Jordan was 14 years old. They lived in a suburban neighborhood where the school hallways echoed with laughter. But for Jordan, those echoes often turned into cruel whispers that cut like knives.
Loser, loser.
Jordan was quiet and kind-hearted, with a love for drawing comics that captured worlds of heroes and adventures. They dreamed of sharing those stories one day, of standing tall and confident, unafraid to show their true self. But bullies at school targeted them relentlessly, mocking their clothes, their shy demeanor, their every stumble, leaving Jordan feeling small and invisible, a shadow in their own light.
Nerd!
Their single parent worked 2 jobs, coming home exhausted, but always with a hug that tried to mend the unseen bruises.
Jordan, come here.
School days were a nightmare for Jordan. In the cafeteria, taunts flew like arrows: freak, loser, the words embedding deep, eroding their spirit bit by bit. Jordan hid in the library during lunch, sketching in secret, but even there, the fear followed, making their hands shake on the page.
Bro dressed like a grandpa. Loser!
Friends were few, scared off by the bully's glare, leaving Jordan isolated in a sea of faces. Every afternoon, Jordan walked home with head down, the weight of the day pressing on their chest like a stone. They passed a playground where other kids played freely, their shouts full of joy. And every time, with tears welling up and a lump choking their throat, they asked themselves, why do their words break me so easily, stealing the light from my heart?
It's okay, honey.
Jordan lived with their mom in a cozy but modest house, filled with the scent of home-cooked meals and the warmth of bedtime talks. Mom noticed the changes, the withdrawn eyes, the forced smiles, and her heart ached seeing her child's spark dim. The bills were tight, but Mom always found time to listen, her presence a quiet anchor. Jordan helped around the house, doing chores with mechanical motions, their mind replaying the day's hurts. They drew late into the night, heroes overcoming villains, wishing they could be as brave. They avoided mirrors, hating the timid reflection staring back. Sometimes the pain surged like a wave, and Jordan curled up in bed, sobs muffled in a pillow.
Why do they hate me? I'm so tired.
Sometimes they wanted to fight back, to scream until the bullies shattered, but fear held them silent. But they never lashed out, instead pouring the hurt into hidden sketches that screamed what words couldn't. One tearful evening, as rain tapped the window like sympathetic fingers, Mom sat beside them and whispered, her voice thick with love, "Jordan, those words aren't you. They're echoes of someone else's pain. You're stronger than you know, my love. Don't let them cage your beautiful soul."
Don't let them cage your beautiful soul.
Jordan clung to her, tears soaking her shirt, her words a fragile lifeline in the storm of doubt. One harsh winter day, the bullying peaked in the schoolyard. A group cornered Jordan, laughing as they tore up a cherished comic, pages scattering like broken dreams. Jordan stood frozen, heart pounding, humiliation burning their cheeks as onlookers did nothing. They ran home, collapsing in sobs, the pieces of their art clutched in trembling hands, feeling utterly defeated. That night, while piecing the comic back together, Jordan noticed something that stirred their shattered heart. In the story, The hero faced a horde of shadows, falling at first, but rising with a single act of defiance, a raised voice, a step forward. Jordan's eyes blurred with tears, realizing, if my own creation can overcome darkness without fear, fighting through the hurt to claim their power, then maybe I can too. I won't let them define me anymore. In the quiet hours before dawn, Jordan made a small decision from the raw depths of their wounded spirit.
I will stand up for myself one time each day. No more hiding, no matter how my heart races.
I will stand up for myself one time each day, they vowed, voice quivering but resolute. No more hiding, no matter how my heart races. They started small, saying stop when a taunt came, their voice barely above a whisper at first, knees weak.
Stop!
They joined an after-school art club, sharing a drawing despite the knot in their stomach. They practiced affirmations in the mirror, tears flowing as they confronted the scared kid within, urging him to shine.
Why fight back now? Because you don't get to do this anymore. Leave me alone.
Days melted into weeks, each confrontation a tremor of fear, but Jordan persisted, the bully's words losing their sting as resilience grew. Mom's proud hugs fueled them, and slowly a few kind souls became friends, their support like shields. Why fight back now? The bullies sneered, but Jordan kept rising, heart aching yet expanding with newfound strength, inspired by their hero's unyielding courage.
Because you don't get to do this anymore. Leave me alone.
One spring day, Jordan crossed paths with the school counselor, a gentle soul with eyes that had seen many storms. They opened up, words tumbling in a flood of vulnerability about the bullying and the fear. The counselor listened, then shared softly.
I don't know how to say this.
You don't have to be fearless. You just have to start.
Confidence isn't born. It's forged in the fires of facing what scares you most. Turn their shadows into your light. Speak your truth and watch the world shift.
Confidence comes after you try, not before. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to start.
Jordan's chest tightened with emotion, a tearful nod sealing the wisdom into their healing heart. After months of quiet battles and tearful triumphs, Jordan organized an art show at school, displaying comics of heroes conquering bullies, not with fists, but with unbreakable spirit. The crowd gathered, including former tormentors who stood silent as applause filled the room. It wasn't revenge, but victory. Jordan stood tall, voice steady, sharing their journey with raw honesty. Mom watched with misty eyes, and new friends cheered, their bond unbreakable. Now Jordan walks those same hallways with head held high, mentoring others who hide in shadows. They draw freely, stories alive with confidence. But this time, they don't ask why words break them. Instead, with emotion warming their voice, they whisper, "Rise above the hurt. Your confidence is waiting in the fight." Lesson: overcoming bullying isn't a swift battle. It's carved from heartache, small defiances, and the courage to reclaim your worth. But one small decision, like standing tall despite the fear gripping your soul, repeated every day with vulnerability and fire, can transform shadows into unshakable confidence that lights your path.